Sagittarius. Give me some water. Okay. All right. Why do I got all this water on here? Okay, let's get into it. I got my notes up. Let's talk about this new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, like let's go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, I titled this, Is It Expanding or Is It Limiting You? You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into all what I mean by that and how this season, this new moon, and just think about it. We're really gonna like tap into it because we have the moon in Sagittarius, we have the sun in Sagittarius, and as you guys should know, there's also a Mercury retrograde that's happening in Sagittarius as well. So we got a lot of reflecting going on, a lot of expansion going on, a lot of seeking the truth, seeking our inner truth, and showing up authentically as ourselves. Okay, so let me go ahead and look into my notes. So, with like I said, with this new moon this new moon, the theme of it it's a little different right now, right? Because we have there's a new moon, and new moon represents like new beginnings, new opportunities, fresh starts, and planting new seeds, right? But we also have Mercury happening, and Mercury retrograde is happening while being stationed in Sagittarius as well. And when Mercury retrogrades, that just means that we are taking a moment to slow down, to reflect, to go over the details and make sure that we didn't overlook anything in those details, right? And so for me, what it means when this new moon that's stationed in Sagittarius and Mercury retrograde, this is really about us taking the time to slow down and go back to the drawing board and making sure that we have really taken our time to decide if this is what I want to do, right? If this is, when it comes to our goals, is this what I want to do? Have I been watering the seeds that I have been planting, or have I been just moving too fast, right? So Mercury retrograde is really nothing to be afraid of, especially because this is something where this is the time for us to really just slow down anyway, right? Season Y is now in December. And that's another thing. I love when new moons happen on the first of the month, and then the first of the month lands on a Sunday. Like that to me is just so much for the theme, right? That to me is so much for the theme of just like um that so much is for the theme of just being of slowing down, right? Slowing down and allowing ourselves to really tap in with ourselves. That's what this new moon in Sagittarius is really asking us to do, right? So, like I said, it's a time for planting new seeds, and it represents a new beginning, but it's just about reevaluating what it is that maybe we have already started. So you may find yourself going back to old projects in this time, right? Maybe you started something and you kind of fell off from it. And so now you may feel called to, you know what, let me go back and see if there was something that I missed, if it was something that um maybe I'm not really done with it, right? And so that's what you could be during this time with this energy. You could be feeling yourself being called back to old projects, old opportunities that you may have passed up on, or just felt like at that time it wasn't for you. So that's what you may be looking into doing now. You get what I'm saying? So that's something basically what that is about, right? And so when we get to talking about this new moon, and we get to talk about this new moon being in Sagittarius and all that Sagittarius represents. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. It is the planet of good fortune, right? And Sagittarius is the truth seeker of the zodiac, right? You're not going to be able to bullshit a Sagittarius. You understand what I'm saying? Because they seek the truth. And this is why this is so important right now because we have the sun is in Sagittarius. We also have the moon in Sagittarius and Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So this is a time where we're really reflecting. We're really looking inward and we're really saying, is this expanding me or is this limiting me? You get what I'm saying? Because we're seeking that truth. And not only are we seeking the truth of the collective, we're also seeking the truth of our, our own inner truth. And how can we show up more authentically? How can we be more like ours, be ourselves, and to welcome that? You get what I'm saying? So yes, so absolutely. And that's kind of what I'm breaking down, right? That's kind of what I'm breaking down right now because this is the energy of the collective, right? So the sun is in Sagittarius, the moon, there's a new moon that's also in Sagittarius. And if you're just getting here, I mentioned that the new moons are a new beginning. It's a new opportunities for us to plant the seeds that we want to see come into our reality, right? So this is when you really put forward those intentions. And, like I said, Mercury retrograde is also in Sagittarius, so you may feel kind of like on edge or skeptical of like, should I plant new seeds right now? Because that's not the theme for Mercury retrograde. But I don't think it's about planting new seeds. I think it's more so about moving more intentional with the seeds that you have planted, right? Really reflecting on those seeds to see if you are doing the necessary steps and have you been intentionally watering those seeds, or have you just planted those seeds and just not really nurturing those seeds, not really understanding that you can't just plant a seed and not expect to water that seed. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what that really means here. And so these transits is really going to affect the mutable signs, right? So the Pisces, the Geminis, the Virgos, the Sagittarius. We're all going to feel this on a collective, but if you really have natal planets in those, if you really have those placements in those, if you really have signs in those placements, this is really going to be a heavy on theme for you, right? So everything that I'm saying here of you really reflecting and you really sitting down with yourself and saying, okay, so the seeds that I have planted, is this, where do I want to go next with this? Is this something I'm even still interested in? have I been have I been properly watering these? Because the thing about it is sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board with certain projects, right? Especially if you want those projects to become something, right? So sometimes you have to take 2 steps forward in order to take 2 steps back. Or excuse me, sometimes you have to take 2 steps back in order to take 2 steps forward. That's just the cycles of life. And that's the whole thing of when a planet is in retrograde. This is asking us to say, hold on, before we move forward, right? Before we move forward, we're about to embark on an entire new year, right? And we already know how 2024 has been playing. So this Mercury retrograde is really saying, before we move forward, before we pick back up that momentum, right? Let's look here of what we have planted. Let's really reflect on, is this what we want to do, right? Is this something that we want to seek? Or is this something we were just doing for the sake of doing it? You're going to get all those questions. You're going to get all those answers right now with this energy, right? So this is also the time of the year where we're really nurturing ourselves. We're allowing ourselves to rest and to reflect. So this helps us when we do those things. This helps us move from a place of like just peace and grounded, right? When you know, hello, welcome. When you allow yourself to really sit down, reflect, and rest, you're able to sit with yourself and you're able to just ground yourself, right? Because in that time, when you're doing that, you're eliminating distractions, right? And so that's when the clarity comes in, when you really allow yourself to sit down and to move from a grounded place. And this helps us to intentionally create the reality that we want to create. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all with this new moon is representing. It's representing a new opportunity to move intentionally. Because maybe before you wasn't moving as intentionally. Hello. Maybe before you wasn't moving as intentionally. So you want to use this new moon in Sagittarius along with the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius to allow you to reflect on that, right? Because you have the sun, Mercury, and you also have the moon reflecting that. You understand what I'm saying? You're having the moon reflect that. This energy is going to support you in doing that, right? So the energy of Sagittarius is adventurous. It's all about expansion, right? It's all about being a thirst for knowledge. You get what I'm saying? And so when you have those thirst for knowledge, we are being given the opportunity to seek truth. And we can only seek the truth when we get out of our comfort zone, right? And that's another theme of this. It's making us, when we want to seek truth, we have to be completely honest. And that means we have to get out of our comfort zone. Because when we're in our comfort zone, we're kind of just like, oh, I'm content with what I'm being told. Excuse me. And so this is a time to really seek out of that. And so that's why I always say this is when you want to follow the things that light you up. If there's something that you want to learn or something that you've been curious about, this is the time to really follow through with those things because you have the energy of the planets supporting you in that. Okay. So yeah, and Sagittarius is more so about also just remaining being the student of life. Always remaining to be the student of life. No matter what you know or what you think you know, never be afraid, never stop learning. Right? Never stop learning because that's how you sharpen your skills. That's how you up level your skills when you are constantly learning something new, right? And so yeah, that's really the theme of Sagittarius season right now. And it just reminds me that the universe is always supporting us in what it is that we want to do, right? So this is the time to really ask yourself these seeds that you are looking over, these goals that you have, that you are trying to manifest for yourself. Really ask yourself, is this expanding you or is it limiting you? Right? Sometimes you can be thinking too small. And the Sagittarius, Jupiter, ruled by Jupiter, is all about thinking big, right? It's all about thinking big in order to move forward, right? So that this is really the time to reflect that, right? And so we also have some squares going on. Now, when planets are squaring each other, you kind of want to think of it like they're kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? They are kind of like mean mugging each other, right? And obviously, when you mean mug somebody, that's going to create tension. So right now we have, I'm going to put my notes back up really quick. Yeah, so right now we have, remember I said the sun is in Sagittarius, it's Sagittarius season. We also have the moon in Sagittarius. So both of these are also squaring Saturn and Pisces, right? And so with this square is really making us reflect on how we respond to our responsibilities and how we respond to obstacles and delays, and how do we react when shit doesn't go our way, when things don't go as planned. How do we react? Do we throw a hissy fit? Do we go sit and pout in a corner, or do we try to find another route to make that shit happen, to make those things come true, to make our dreams come into fruition, right? So so that's what we're asking us. When things seem to be blocking us or preventing us from growing, how are we responding to that? How are we showing up? How are we addressing those obstacles head on, right? So this is really the time to really find a balance between your optimism and your realism. Excuse me. Like really looking at those two and saying, am I being unrealistic, or am I still being hopeful in a sense, right? Because sometimes we can, because Pisces is really, Pisces can get really in their head, right? And really like just float. Think of Pisces like a balloon. Like Pisces can get so like just float above things, and it's kind of like they can be so unrealistic sometimes, right? And so that's why this when we have Sagittarius, that's really like being hopeful and being like, oh, I think I can make this happen. And then we have Pisces, that's kind of like, all my dreams is going to come into fruition right this second. You get what I'm saying? So we really want to be mindful of that. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. It got to be another way. That's how we respond and look for that way also. Exactly. Exactly. And another way that can really help you to understand that it may not, when things seem like they're not going your way, you have to take a moment to slow down and figure out, okay, what is being shown to me here, right? What is being shown to me here? What is it that I need to what is it that I need to learn from this, right? Because that's what I like to do. I like to say life is happening for me, not to me. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we see the way we saw for ourselves. When we try to force that, that's us getting into our own way, right? And so right now you're being asked to really reflect and to really take a moment to reflect and figure out, okay, how can I how can I really start showing up with the mindset that life is happening for me, not to me. You get what I'm saying? And once we start to look at life like that, that's when we'll know that things are really working out for us, and that it's okay if things doesn't happen our way, because baby, the shit is still happening for me. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you got to be looking at it. We don't have the time to really be like a victim mindset of like, oh my God, why is this happening to me again? Like, really boss up and say, okay, let me see what God in the universe, Spirit, the Creator, is trying to show me here. What is it that I'm missing? Okay, maybe it doesn't need to happen this way, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening for me. You get what I'm saying? And so, two, also when you want to think about, because it's not about not being frustrated that something didn't go your way, or the vision didn't come how you expected. It's not about that. It's about, okay, when you are frustrated that this is happening, how are you dealing with those emotions, right? Do you have a creative outlet that you can kind of transcend your energy? You could be annoyed. You could be upset that something annoys you. I used to do kickboxing. So that was a way for me when something pissed me the hell off. I went and did kickboxing, whether it was after work, whatever on the weekends. I went and did kickboxing. That was a way for me to get that annoying energy out of me. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what that's what you want to be thinking. Like, how are you actually dealing with those emotions, right? Do you guys have unhealthy habits that you can be, oh, every time I'm pissed off, I emotional eat, or whatever the case may be? You understand what I'm saying? So this is really the time to really reflect on that and to say, just really build better habits that allows you to transcend that energy. It's not bad that you're upset or you're mad or you're angry or you're sad. It's not bad, but it's like, what do you do with that emotion now? Do you just let it build up? Do you not address it? You just let it build up, you be upset. Also, you should try to journal out your emotions as well. There's like so many different things that you can do that can support you to keep your mind at peace. You get what I'm saying? There's so many different things. You could journal, you could meditate, you could do yoga, you could go for a walk. There's so many different things that you can do that can allow that energy to get out of you when you are annoyed and you are upset and you piss the hell off. Because we all get pissed. But it's all about, okay, now what now what I'm gonna do? I'm pissed off, I'm mad, okay. Now what? Now what are we gonna do? You're just gonna sit here and be pissed and let it ruin your day and let one bad moment make you believe that you hate your damn life? Or are we going to get the fuck up, lace up our boots, and find a new way to make shit happen? right? Because sometimes you can even find yourself being like, oh, when things just keep not happening for you, you could think, it's easy to think like, oh, maybe this isn't for me. And it's like, bitch, we don't got time for that. This is going to be for me. I just got to find a different way to make these things happen. And that's what you have to remember, right? Finding that way to make things happen for you instead of feeling like life is just out to get you. Life is actually not out to get you. And when you tap into your astrology chart, if you don't already know it, when you tap into your astrology chart will actually break that shit down to you. A lot of things, and your human design chart, both things that I provide readings on. I help people see that, oh, your quirks and your gifts, these are your gifts. That thing you didn't like about yourself, that's actually your superpower, right? And just the light bulb that goes off, like, wow. And this is the theme of Sagittarius, finding your inner truth. Thank you. Finding your inner truth and embracing your authentic self and not being afraid to seek that truth. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is about your beliefs, your faith, whatever it is. Don't be afraid. This is the time to really start questioning those things, right? Because we're now on a journey of seeking the truth, our own inner truth, and the truth of the collective, right? Because we have Sagittarius, the season, the sun, the moon, Mercury retrograde is all supporting us in this energy of finding the truth, right? So you're going to find where people are more like, let me look into my astrology chart. Let me look into my human design chart. Let me really, because you guys got to think about it like this. If you're going to study anything or anybody, why not study yourself? Why not study yourself? Sometimes we get so caught up in studying other people, whoever it is, that you haven't even took the time to study you. You haven't even took the time to really figure out who you are and how that you want to show up. You get what I'm saying? Happy birthday to all the Sagittarius in the chat. So you're really being supported in that, right? And this type of truth is only going to happen outside of your comfort zone, right? You have some people who don't want to believe in astrology, right? Because they're like, oh my God, I'm so scared of astrology. It's multiple gods or wherever the hell, you know. I never understood that, because you can believe in God and you can believe in astrology. Like, astrology is just the damn planets. And we all know there's a damn planet. There's a planet named Mars, Jupiter. Like, we're aware of that. And so astrology is really just about studying the energy of those planets and when those transits happen. That's all it is. This astrology is a tool. It's not your God. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people are afraid of that. A lot of people are afraid to even question those things when it comes to astrology. Like, I see Christian influencers all the time that's like, oh my God, they won't even say that they're a Capricorn. They won't even say that they're a damn Sagittarius. And it's like, it's almost like you're being slave to another system, because anything that tells you not to question it, you should question it. Anything that tells you this is how it is and don't think this way, you should question it. Because why not? You get what I'm saying? And so you're going to see a lot of people really dive into things that they may have looked down upon before, because that's just the times we're moving into, where people are learning to think for themselves. Group thinking was a thing of the damn past, right? And this is why I tell my clients to tap. I love when my clients come to me to tap into their human design chart, because that's one of the best things you can do for your own spiritual growth and just your personal journey. Your self-improvement journey is to learn about you. Learn about yourself. Learn about yourself. Oh, this is why I act this way. Oh, this is why I show up this way. Oh, I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5 because I'm not that energy type. Maybe I am supposed to be an entrepreneur. Oh, and a lot of times when you find yourself not satisfied or happy with things, it's because you're trying to do what other people expect of you, instead of just saying, nah, I'm not with that shit. I'm going to do what I want to do. I know what allows me to show up. authentically. Your energy, you can go do everything for everybody. Me, I can't. My energy is not set up that way. Right? You may be a person like me. I'm a manifesting generator in human design. I'm a person where I can take action immediately. Once I set up the steps to do something, I can take action immediately. I don't have to sleep on it. I don't have to pray about it. I can take action immediately because I'm listening to my body, right? Ooh, excuse me. I'm listening to my body. That's what human design teaches you. It teaches you to make decisions off what your body is telling you. Right? Sometimes we're so in our heads and we're trying to make decisions off our, like, just with our mind, and we end up signing up for things that we don't even have the energy for. How many of you have done that? Like, I know a lot of you have done that because I've done that. When I'm like, oh, I should say yes. I'm going to say yes. And then when the day comes, I'm like, please cancel. Please cancel. Oh, I don't want to do this bullshit. Damn, I'm over this. Why did I even say yes? Because you're making the decision with your mind and not listening to your body. Because your body will tell you, I don't feel like doing that. We don't have the energy to do that. And then that's when you'll know when to say yes and when to say no. Your human design will teach you all of this. Like manifestors, they're not really meant to work 9 to 5. So if they do, they need like a part-time job type thing because they just don't have the energy to constantly go, Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day. They just don't have the energy for that. Right? And if you're a manifestor in this society, you probably feel like you don't fit in because society is telling you, oh, work 8 hours a day, work 40 hours a week, do this, do that. And you're kind of like, bitch, I'm tired. I'm over it. I don't have nothing left in me to do. I need to go home and rest. I want to chill with myself. This is why you have to look into human design. Because human design will be a confirmation for you. I guarantee it. It will be a confirmation for you when you look that shit up and you're really like, oh my damn. Bitch, I was supposed to be an entrepreneur. I'm over here trying to work for the man. And that's not where I want to be doing. That's not what I want to be doing. That's not what I'm meant to do. And the crazy thing about it, you probably feel like it's not meant for you to do. You feel that. You feel that. Like, you know what? I'm so sick of it. I just can't. I can leave this job, but if I go to another one, it's going to be the same thing. Because you're probably meant to just be an entrepreneur. You're probably meant to create your own job. This is why you have to tap into your human design. Like for me, I was a person where I'm a manifesting generator, right? So I'm what they call like a serial entrepreneur. So I'll have like multiple things that I'm interested in. You understand what I'm saying? But the way I found those things out was by paying attention to the things that light me up. A lot of times people are like, I don't have hobbies. I don't like to do anything. Like, I don't really know, because what we're going to tell you is like, find out what your hobbies are. And a lot of people, those hobbies were found from their childhood. Like, oh my God, I love reading books. I love going to the library and picking up a good book to read. Or I love making clothes when I was little. Or I loved playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards or video games, any of those things, right? But for a lot of people in their childhood, they didn't have that opportunity to really figure out what is it that they like to do, because some people just had to grow up so fast, right? And what I always tell people is pay attention to the things that light you up. What do I mean by that? Pay attention to the things that make you excited. Okay? So when you are excited about something, pay attention to how that feels. Like you're so excited, you're like, oh my God, I can do a fucking backflip. I'm so excited right now. Oh my God, this is what, and you ever notice when you're excited, your day just seems to go really fucking well, right? And things just start happening in your favor because you are now carrying the frequency to attract the things that you want, You get what I'm saying? Exactly. You build homes, and that probably really lights you up. And that is so beautiful because everybody always, and then here's the thing, guys. We live in a time, because we're talking about Sagittarius, right? Abundance, all those things. We are living in a time where you could get paid for the things that you really enjoy doing. You get what I'm saying? You could get paid for those things. And so something like building homes is very profitable. Everyone's going to need a home, right? So the fact that you build them is like crazy. That's crazy. That's such a skill, a beautiful skill to have. And the fact that you love to do it is even more like a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is what I help people do. I help people figure out what it is that lights them up and how to move closer to those things. And so that's what human design is. Figuring out what lights you up and moving towards that. Right? And then when you get to astrology, you will understand that human design and astrology is basically all in the same thing. It's all in the same universe. And you will see, like, I know you guys know, like, okay, this Sagittarius doesn't act like this Sagittarius. Like, December Sagittarius is different from a November Sagittarius. Or an Aries. A March Aries is different from an April Aries, right? And it's because of their birth chart in astrology. It's because of their human design chart. Okay? So that's the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you want to really look into. So when we see that people are like, "Oh, you March Pisces are different than the February Pisces," that's because of their birth chart. Okay, January Capricorns, and we know January Capricorns are different than December Capricorns. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all because of your birth chart. You understand what I'm saying? It's all because of your birth chart. And that's why you have to look into your birth chart, because it's like, girl, damn, you a whole Capricorn. I don't really relate to how you act, how you show up. I don't relate to that. Like for me, I'm an Aries, right? So I'm an April Aries. April Aries is totally different than March Aries. March Aries to me acts like Pisces. They still got like that Pisces energy on them. You get what I'm saying? And so once you really understand, like, oh, it's because the planets were stationed differently. Yes, the sun, right? This is why we say, okay, if you're a Capricorn, that's your sun sign. If you're a Pisces, that's your sun sign. If you're an Aries, that's your sun sign. If you're a Sagittarius, that's your sun sign. And so that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That is the thing. That, okay, the sun may be in that season in your sign, but the other planets may not. Those other planets are all stationed different. This is why you need the time that you were born, where you were born, and just where you were born and the time you were born is the two important things to really figure out, okay, where's the planets that you are stationed. You get what I'm saying? And then that's how you maybe see the difference. Okay? So that's what you really want to tap into. That's what you really want to tap into. That's what you really want to figure out, because that is the thing. Okay? So, to go ahead and bring this live to a conclusion, I am going to pull some cards for us just to feel the energy of this talk and this live and the Sagittarius new moon. I'm going to pull from the Realist Oracle deck. I just got these cards, and these cards are so pretty to me. I love them. So we're going to pull some cards here and just get to see what's the energy for this new moon in Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, Gemini rising. Okay, Virgo, moon, Capricorn, sun. Period. Virgo, moon, Capricorn, sun. Ooh, I like, ooh. Okay, so you got Virgo, moon, and Gemini rising. So your chart ruler, like I said, if you tap into your astrology chart, your chart ruler is ruled by the planet Mercury, because your Gemini, you have a Gemini rising, and Gemini is what I'm trying to say. I'm losing my train of thought. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Okay. Ooh, North Node. Okay, I got people in here that really is tapped in. They really know. They placements. I love it. I love to see it. North Node and Sagittarius. Oh, I love that. So you're really like here to really deepen your faith, right? You're here really to deepen your faith and to believe in the things that you don't see, right? You're here to be adventurous. And oh, I love that. So this is also your season because your North Node is in Sagittarius. You get what I'm saying? So you really want to lean into that as well. I love that. I have grown to appreciate Geminis. Geminis are very smart, very intelligent because, like I said, they're ruled by Gemini. So they are they're very tapped in as well. Yeah, I love that. You're welcome, of course. Of course. My North Node is actually in Scorpio. So I'm like here to really teach people how to transform their pain into power. But the thing about my North Node being in Scorpio, it's like I have to go through the bullshit first, and then I come and teach y'all. That's basically what Scorpio is. So it's not for the it's not for the weak. Okay. I love that. Yeah, we're all still learning, girl. We're all still learning. So we're all still learning. And that's the beautiful thing. Like once you always like remain a student to life, like you're always learning, you know? So we're all learning. Okay, so the first card we have is create. It's kind of like what I was just talking about. Like really connecting with your hobbies, really connecting with the things that light you up. This is the perfect time because we are in Sagittarius season. We are in Sagittarius season. And so this is really the time, you guys, to really tap in with ourselves and say, okay, what is it I want to learn more? Do I want to learn more about astrology? Do I want to learn about my human design? Because the thing about your human design, so astrology is like your overall, right? And you're going to learn about your houses, and it's a whole bunch of stuff to learn with astrology. But human design is really like simplifying you on a personal, unique level that helps you to understand why you are the way you are. These are your gifts. These are your quirks. This is how you use your energy. This is how you're supposed to show up in the world. Like that's what all human design is, right? So that's why I say you need astrology and you need human design, because human design is going to simplify it for you. Right? So with the create card here, like I mentioned, this is really about us tapping into the things that makes us excited. Rather that's painting, rather that's writing poetry, rather that's making videos, creating content, recording things. Whatever that is, this is the time for us to really tap into that, because we have these planets, y'all, like I said, they're supporting us right now to learn those things, learn the things that maybe, you know, had us, maybe things that we looked down upon before. Maybe we're being called now to really be like, you know what, I want to tap into that. I do want to learn about that. And you're going to feel yourself expanding. And this is why I named the live. Is it expanding you or is it limiting you? Right? Because once you understand that the only way to really embark on new growth is to move out of your comfort zone. And trust me, it's going to feel fucking scary when you really do things moving out your comfort zone, because you just feel your nervous system kind of like, I don't want to do that. I'm kind of scared. I don't know what people are going to think of me. I don't know. Like, what does this mean? Who am I? You know, but you're really giving yourself an opportunity to become a new version of you. Because the thing, when we stay within our comfort zone, we're not growing there. Think of your comfort zone as a level that you have already completed. Think of like a damn video game. I know y'all played video games before. Okay? And when there's a level that you have already completed, you already know what to expect. You already know how to beat this monster. You already know how to jump, hop, and skip and do the tricks to move on to the next level. Think of your comfort zone as that. You get what I'm saying? That's how you want to think of your comfort zone. And so that's what this is asking you right now. You get what I'm saying? I know y'all probably hear my kid in the back, child. But anywho, That's what you want to do, right? So that's what the crate card. Then we also have make a wish. So with this card, I really feel like this is about, again, we're really still on theme here. We're really still on theme with Sagittarius and being expansive, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So that's the planet of good fortune. So really make a wish and move intentional, right? So I'm really looking at this as like planting new seeds, because the shit that you, when you really do the work, the universe is going to reward you in that. When you plant those seeds and you water those seeds and you trust that those seeds are going to come into fruition, that's when you are really, you just really have to be patient. You have to play the long term game, right? Because they're not going to happen overnight. Plant the seeds now that you want to blossom come Aries season, right? Because January is, of course, a new calendar year, but energetically the new year doesn't start until Aries season, when spring and the flowers bloom and all those things, right? So you want to plant the seeds now that you want to come into fruition come Aries season. Okay. Then we also have stuck. I kind of spoke about this earlier. So with stuck, this is kind of like, maybe you're at a point where you're feeling like, I'm making plans, but it's not coming fast enough for me, right? I'm making plans, but it's not happening for me. And you're kind of feeling stuck. You're feeling stuck. And again, you could be feeling stuck because you need to start doing things that's out of your comfort zone. You can feel stuck because you're not allowing yourself to do the things that light you up. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing. That is the thing. Thank you, 8. Thank you. Shout out to you. Shout out to New York as well. Um, and that's the thing when we feel stuck. Maybe all stuck means, y'all, is to do something different. You can literally change that shit the moment that you realize, yo, I feel so stuck. I feel so stagnant. I feel like I ain't doing that. I feel like I ain't doing enough, right? Do something different. Do something different. Maybe you're building something, building a community. Build something, do something different. That's all it takes to move that energy. And sometimes when you feel stuck, go and move your body. Go and move your body, because that can help remove that stagnant energy. Because the thing about when we feel stuck, we can feel stuck mentally. And we might not even feel stuck physically, but feeling stuck mentally can make us feel stuck physically. So the first thing you want to do is move your body, because you're going to move that energy out. You're going to move that energy through your body and you're going to move it out. This is why when people get angry about something, they go and take a walk. That's where the clarity comes in. Oh, I feel stagnant. I just need a break. I feel overwhelmed. Go take a walk. If it's too damn cold for you to take a walk, go do some stretches. You could walk in your house. Put on your headphones, put on your beats or whatever, and just allow that clarity, allow that energy, that negative energy and that stagnant energy to move through you and out you. Right? And so that's the thing we have to remember, that we are in charge of that. We are in charge of that. It takes nothing for us to move. It takes nothing for us to change our lives. We think, okay, I want to change my life. Today's Sunday. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. You can change it today. Literally. You can change it today and say, you know what? I'm going to start new, healthier habits right now. I'm going to take charge of my life right now. I'm going to understand. I'm going to take accountability for the part that I may play in my own suffering. Sometimes it's like you got to be like a big sister or a big brother to yourself. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it's about reparenting yourself and being like, you know what? All right, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. How can I make it happen? How can I make it happen? Okay, I need to push myself. I'm sitting here allowing myself to feel stuck and feel like, oh, the world's against me. Nope, fuck that shit. I'm about to get up. I'm about to figure something out. Let me get up. Let me go take a shower. Let me go on a walk. Let me go figure something out. You get what I'm saying? So that is what it's about. So don't allow yourself to feel stuck. Get your ass up and figure something out. Whatever it is, like I said, if there's plans that you had and you feel like ain't nothing happened with it, Really take your time and look at the details. Is there something that you missed? Is there something that you feel didn't let you move forward, right? And it's very easy. Like you said, it's very easy. You can feel stuck. It doesn't necessarily mean you are stuck. And this is why you had to get up and move your body. Get up and go. Sometimes, and this is a season too where people can be you're turning inward a lot. And so you can feel very alone and things like that. This is why you have to make yourself get up and go do something. I don't care if it's you getting up to go to the damn store. I don't care if you don't have no damn money. The whole point of this is for you to get up so you can move your body. This is very easy to be in the season because it's hibernation season. It's very easy to be in the season of like, I don't want to leave the house. But you may need to be a person that may need to leave the house. You may need to be a person that, okay, I got to get dressed every day. I got to get up, get dressed, and I'm going to go to the store. You may be like, I ain't got no money. Who cares? Like I said, like I said, the whole point is just for you to get up and move through that stagnant energy. Move through that energy that's making you feel stuck. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. Because you feeling stuck and you not moving, that you're going to continue to feel stuck. You're going to continue to feel let's not. You're going to continue to feel like you're not getting anywhere because you're simply not moving. You're sitting there literally physically stuck. And you got to push through that. And you can't always rely on how you feel. Sometimes you have to move past those feelings. You understand what I'm saying? You have to move past those feelings. Fuck how you feel. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, oh, I feel like this. And that may be valid. You may really feel like that. But in this time, if you are feeling that, we're not gonna focus on feeling that. I'm gonna say, okay, what would make me excited right now? What would make me feel different? Okay, let me get up, let me go take a walk. Let me go to the store. Let me move this energy. Let me go take a walk in the house. Let me do some push-ups. Let me do some crunches. Let me do some stretches. Move that energy. Because if you feel stuck, that means move. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that means. It just means move. So next time you feel stuck, I need you to be like, okay, let me go move. I remember Tori saying, let me go move. Period. Absolutely. That's what it means. Let me go move. Let me go move around and let me go make some shit happen. Because this is just, we don't have time to allow our feelings to consume us. Especially if they're negative feelings. We don't have time for that. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have the time to allow those things to keep us down and to weigh us down. We have to keep moving. We have to figure some stuff out. Okay, we have to keep moving and we have to figure things out. We can't afford it, y'all. Seriously. I ain't gonna bullshit you. We can't afford it. We was born during this time. Thank you, 8. We was born during this time for a reason. Like, we chose to be here. Therefore, we lack nothing. Therefore, we have everything that we need. We just gotta seek it. What I told y'all earlier, the Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is the true seekers. Go seek it. Really figure out what is it that's weighing you down. You also may be needing to sit down. Maybe you need to meditate. This is the only way you're going to find out is listening to your body. What is it that your body need? Do y'all need to drink some tea? Do you need to be eating more soups? Because it's cold as hell outside. I'm in Michigan, so you know it's freezing out here. We got snow. And so that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, really tap into that. Listening to your body and saying, okay, what is it that I need from myself today? What is it that I need? What is it that I need? Like, really check in with you as if you was checking in on a friend, as if you was checking in on a loved one, and as if you was checking in on someone that you like and love. That's how you want to check in with yourself. Happy belated birthday. That's how you want to check in with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you want to check in with yourself. That's what you want to do. That's why I say lean on this Sagittarius energy to allow yourself to really expand, right? Allow yourself, and when I say expand, I mean allow yourself to seek the truth in things that light you up. Allow yourself to move out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're going to grow. Absolutely. Yep, we in the age of Aquarius. Exactly. Exactly. So, that's all about community and things of that sort. This is why an individual and also knowing your individuality, right? So, like, we can really tap in. And so this is why it's important that you have to be able to listen to your body of what it is that your body needs. Because whatever you've been through or whatever you're going through or whatever you've learned, whatever skills you have, you're meant to be something so much more that contributes for that. You are born with gifts. You are born with everything you need. You just have to tap into that energy. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna have to check him out. I haven't heard of Billy Carson. I feel like I have. Yes, I have. I have heard of him, but I have to tap in. Okay, so the next deck I'm gonna pull from is called the Super Attractor. Just because we're on that conversation right now of just allowing your frequency to attract the things that you want. And this is why it's so important to do the things that light you up, because that's how you're going to attract the life that you want to live. You are the creator. You are a creator. Create the life that you want, and you're creating that with your mind. You're creating that with your mind, and then your actions have to align with that. But it's not about manifesting something and then waiting. It's about manifesting it. Okay, I want this, and then matching that frequency as if you already have that. That's what that is about. And when you match the frequency as if you already have it, guess what? That shit comes to you. But you got to remember the fine print on it. It's all in divine timing. It's all in God's timing, though. It's not in your timing. See, some people, they don't manifest the things that they truly want because they get sick of waiting. They get sick of, quote unquote, pretending. You gotta keep at it. You can even do it, manifesting as simple as being like, write affirmations. I am grateful I am financially free. I am grateful I am wealthy. I'm grateful I am healthy. Even if you ain't, you can still manifest that because you're going to show up as if you already have that. That's what manifesting is. It's not about sitting and waiting, because if you remember, if you know anything, God blesses action. It's not sitting and waiting. It's not sitting and saying, oh, okay, I'm going to do this, and then, oh, it's not happening for me. No. That's not what it's about. So with this card, it says, I connect to the spiritual realm. I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Exactly what I was just talking about. And you connect to the spiritual realm, one, by believing in yourself, believing in your ability, and believing in the things that you do not see. That's how you deepen your faith. And that's what the Sagittarius season is all about. It's crazy how all this shit is going right back to Sagittarius season. It's going right back to the theme that we are in as the collective. Right? Because Sagittarius also rules faith, your beliefs. So for some of you, you have to learn to connect to the things that you don't see. Believe it's something bigger than you. Believe it's something deeper than you. And this is why I continue to say, seek the truth. Seek your inner truth. Really ask yourselves those different questions, because this is a time to reflect. We have Mercury in retrograde. That's also in the sign of Sagittarius. And when Mercury is in retrograde, Mercury is the planet of our thoughts, our communication. So my Geminis that was in here, my Virgos, You're ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, planet of thoughts, and things like that. Our ideas and things like that. So when a planet is in retrograde, retro just means when it's in retrograde, it just means that we're called to reflect. We're called to slow down and say, okay, look right here. Did you look over the details? Is this what you really are looking for? What's up, Cancer? Shout out to Cancers. Y'all are ruled by the moon. So y'all are very nurturing as well. And y'all can be very sensitive as well. And it's not a bad thing. Don't let, Cancer, don't let people tell you that it's bad that you're sensitive. No, it's actually a beautiful thing that you can connect and you can be empathetic to others. And you can show compassion to others. But yeah, this is a time to really tap into your faith and to deepen your faith. Because some of you are trying to do shit alone. Some of you could, and that's why some of you may feel stuck, because you're trying to do things alone. You're leaving God out of the equation. Or whoever it is that you believe in, your creator, whoever it is that you believe in. That's your business. But some of you are leaving the higher power out of your plans. And that could be why some of you feel stuck. That could be why some of you feel like you ain't getting no damn where. Because you have this mentality that, oh, I'm alone. I'm the only one going through this. I'm the only one dealing with this. Why is this happening to me? And when you really allow yourself to invite the higher power in, that's when you realize, oh, baby, I'm not alone. Oh, I'm actually meant to transcend. I'm supposed to transform this pain into power. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. And that what motivates you to push through. That's what motivates you to push through. Some of you are not, hey Sarah, some of you are not inviting your ancestors in. Some of you are not reaching out to your spiritual team. It ain't just you out here. Y'all are protected by shit that y'all can't even see. Y'all are protected. You don't even understand that, how protected y'all really are. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even understand how protected you really are. But you guys have to tap in. Journal about how you feel. Speak out loud about how you feel. Pray. Stop leaving your spiritual team out of your plans. Stop leaving your spiritual team out of your day-to-day. You don't have to feel stuck. You don't have to feel like it's only you out here, because it's not just you out here. And y'all can know that from when you was fucking born. Right? When you came out of your mother, that you had a spiritual team that insists her on doing that. It can get deep. It can get deep. And that's what Sagittarius seasons wants you to do. It wants you to seek the truth so that it can elevate you. Don't let that go over your head. Sagittarius season is asking you to seek the truth so that it can elevate you. Some of y'all aren't elevating and you're feeling like, damn, I'm trying to get somewhere. Girl, I do too. I do too. But that's what Sagittarius season is asking you. It's asking you to seek the truth so that it can elevate you. You ain't alone, baby. You ain't alone. You ain't by yourself. But y'all gotta really tap in. You have to tap into that. You have to tap into the higher power. So the next card that came out here, it says, when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty and magnitude and ease that I've never felt before. Everything I'm talking about. Really allow Sagittarius season to make you get out of your comfort zone. Try that new thing. Learn something different. This is the time because you're being supported by it. We have the sun in Sagittarius and the moon in Sagittarius. along with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So this is really saying whatever it is that you want, this is the time to be intentional about it. Whatever truths that you are moving towards or moving away from, this is asking you to really push yourself and to know that your nervous system will catch up with you. Because let's be clear, when we're doing things out of our comfort zone, it can feel very like, who am I? You know, like, oh, I don't do this. I don't. But when you really look at it, you'll also feel excited because you're like, it's almost like I'm living a different life. That's how that's how you give your life a makeover. When you do things out of your comfort zone. When you operate different, when you show up different, as long as it's true to your authentic self. That's how you rebrand your life. That's how you make it feel like, oh, I'm living multiple lives. That's how you do that. Okay, so if y'all haven't already, for those that are here, make sure you go ahead and give this video a like. Go ahead and give this a like, give this video a like to help out the algorithm. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. I do offer human design readings, so I literally will help you figure out what your quirks, your gifts are, help you figure out your aura and how you are supposed to be showing up in the energy of the world. What are you here to do? I break all that shit down for you with your human design chart. I also offer oracle readings and tarot readings. So tap in. Go ahead and click that link in my bio. Tap in to see what services I offer. Connect with me on TikTok at Bougie Astro Babes, and connect with me on Instagram at Bougie Astro Babes. So, you get what I'm saying? Go ahead and tap into that. Tap into yourself and release the shit that do not serve you. If something is lowering your frequency, leave it alone. Let that shit go. Period. If somebody fuck over you, let their ass go. Don't allow them to quit granting them the luxury and the access to your energy. To be in your energy and be in your space is a privilege. But people won't understand that until you understand it. Everybody don't have access to me. And I say that humbly. Everyone don't get to have access to me because it's a privilege. And those who are in my presence, they know how to act. Otherwise, your damn access gets denied. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not asking for anything that I'm not giving. So it's not just a one-way type thing. But when you don't play about you, others don't play about you. Period. This shit is simple. When you do not play about you, others don't play about you. And when you don't play about you, you don't allow nobody else to play with you. Because it's like, bitch, I wouldn't even play with me like that. You know when people say that, like, I wouldn't even play with me like that. That's how it's called boundaries. That's what you gotta have. You gotta have boundaries to teach people, like, bitch, stop playing with me. I'm not the 1, 2, or the 3. Okay, so tap into my services, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure that you give this video a like if you haven't already. Go ahead and subscribe and connect with me on TikTok and Instagram at Bougie Astro Babes. Everything y'all need, any information will be in my bio. And I will see you guys on my next live.